What's going on, everybody? I had recorded a video earlier on my busted ass computer that I got to get replaced. It just didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. I couldn't even edit it. There was no reason for me to try. But it was about thoughts concerning our fandom, our overall fandom, which is just a collection of a bunch of different people. And my thoughts on gatekeeping and how we kind of need that. To be honest, we do. We kind of need that when it comes to the lores and mythos that we love, and staying true to continuity and to the vibe, the inspiration that certain creators that we believe certain creators put into these works. So gatekeeping is important to an extent, and it really is. And it doesn't matter how much of the lore you know, or how much of it you love. Like, your level of involvement is up to you. If you love something because of books, or because of games, or because of films, or TV, it's entirely up to you. I don't think we should be pointing fingers at one another and saying you're more of a fan than I am. But, that just comes along with fandom, right? Comes around with that water cooler talk. When you really love a character and you want a more in-depth perspective of who they are, what they are, and that's up to you. And then it comes down to like gatekeeping of, I guess, people within our own community. And I've been a person, if you have been following me for a long time, who believes in truth and honesty and integrity, and being real about ourselves and who we are when we interact with others, and our intentions. It's got me into trouble in the past because I have held everyone to that standard, which I believe, from my perspective, is a good standard. I think that honesty and being real are good things. Doesn't mean your perspectives can't change. Doesn't mean you can't grow or believe something different or believe in something else. We all do. We all learn and grow. Or we go back, or we regress. Sometimes we regress. Sometimes we have to, and it's a healthy thing to go back and look at ourselves, but sometimes it's for unhealthy reasons. So I believe, to a degree, gatekeeping, at least within our own fellowship, with our own community, our fandoms, is a good thing. Because we've been fighting against people who have appropriated these things, our favorite modern mythologies, or invaded our fandoms, and it hasn't been for the love of lore. It's been to change it to suit their narratives, or to misrepresent the things that we love as something that they're not, and then point the finger at others, and project their own ists and isms, their own hatreds, their own self-loathing onto other people, and try and destroy them. And I'm sorry, but a lot of my perspectives, as I shift into whatever it is that I'm going to become moving forward on YouTube, comes from my recent experiences over the last almost 2 years now, where I was engaged heavily with some ones, I should say. Actually, it was kind of a web of people, but concentrating on one, that all facilitate false narratives, support each other's lying, that try to tear you down if you don't follow their narrative or her narrative. People that will work you up with lies and deception and deceit, and to get you, just work you up into to a point where they can point the finger and go, "See, I told you." That's exactly what that person's like. When it's not true. We as a fandom, an overall fandom, a fellowship, we have been dealing with this from the access media and from detractors, far leftist extremists, people with real ists, people who want to just destroy what we love, and then try and change our own identities as good people or fans. We've been dealing with this for years and years and years. And I have come to the conclusion that some people are just bad people. There's no light inside them. There's no good inside them. They love to see destruction and chaos. They love to destroy others. Whether it's because they have a lack of strength within themselves to make the changes that they need to be better people, or they see that light, they see it, they know what they're supposed to do, but for some reason they keep falling back into those negative patterns and being bad. Or they're just not good people. And sometimes, like what happened with me, you believe that there is a light there, or you believe in someone, or you believe the strength of that light within someone is much greater than it is. And you end up banging your head up against the wall and destroying yourself. Slowly, bit by bit, regressing in an unhealthy way. Because you want to believe. There's a whole host of reasons why people that run Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who and Lord of the Rings now, for God's sakes, and all these other things are doing so poorly, and then trying to rewrite history and redefine we as fans, as people, or the lore itself, into something that it's not. There'll be a whole bunch of different reasons that I just talked about, or some that I haven't thought of. It's up to us to remember who we are, support one another, support other good creators, support other good people, and look out for one another, and reaffirm the goodness within ourselves, and pat each other on the back now and again, and let us know we love one another, and we're there, we're looking out for each other, because even within our own indie sphere, there are plenty of people who are just like the industry, just like them. No matter how pretty they are, no matter how much they say they own their shit, they're manipulative, awful people who don't really care about us and don't really care about anybody else, and they just want to spread misery and pain and see people fall and create trauma. So gatekeep, my friends. Gatekeep. Gatekeep your favorite lores, your favorite fans, your favorite everything, and gatekeep your friends. Sometimes we got to put each other in check, and sometimes we need to call out people who are not here for the greater good, or not good for anything. Really, they just want to create misery and pain. Don't support those types of people. Call them out for what they are. Avoid them if you can. But look out for each other. Be good to each other. And collectively, whether it's the industry, the indie sphere, our fandoms, our social circles, collectively, let's suffer no fools. My love to all you guys out there. Take care of yourselves.